Hey there, this is Katherine Cartwright. Welcome. Got a fun little video today. I am using some new product I got from Stamps of Life. This is going to be a class, an online class that's coming up. I'm not exactly sure when it is. I need to look that up, but I just wanted to spend a few minutes with it and work on it. I was very excited. This is the Cafe Board Fold It. Okay, so it's a little fold it die, and you get a stencil, and there are also some felt embellishments, and I think there were some paper you can print, and then of course there's going to be the online class. But I just couldn't wait. I wanted to pull this out and spend a minute with it. So the stencil has some hearts and some flowers on it, and then here are the dies that you receive in it. So I saw that this was just, it kind of reminds me of like a sandwich board when you're walking down the street and you can see, when they're advertising something. That's just what it made me think of. So I just thought it was so cute. You get a bunch of dies. You can create a fold it with it. I'm gonna make some other stuff with this too, but I just wanted to spend a minute working with the stencil and such. And I'm gonna open this up here. You get some felt embellishments. There are some little sunflowers here with the gemstones in here, and then right here I'm gonna pull off by accident. Oops, one of my trees. I thought that was something else. I didn't realize that was attached. I thought it was loose, and so I pulled that off my tree, but I'll just add a little bit of glue dot on there to put it back together. So don't be aggressive with your felt embellishments like me. There's some hearts. There are these beautiful snowflakes, and then these cute little ice cream cones. How fun. So super high quality, and then again you get the stamps and dies. Not the stamps, you get the dies on this one. This one doesn't have any stamps. Okay, so let's get started on, I wanted to make a fold it with this. So I'm going to fold my cardstock over. I'm going to use the largest die here, and it says place fold here. So I'm trying to decide if I want to do it vertically or horizontally. And I'm going to turn it on its side here. I'm going to tape this down so I can run it through my machine. Now you want to leave that edge. If you've not done a fold it on the fold, you're going to leave that edge. You can see how you're not going to let that line cut. If you left it just on the edge, it would cut through there, but I don't want that because I want this to be a shaped card. Okay, so I've run this through my machine, and I'm going to open it up and look at that. I got a little cafe board. So cute. And then I cut another one of the same size of white to go on top because I like to finish the edge off. And then I'm going to use some red cardstock on top of that. But I wanted to do a little bit of stenciling with this stencil. I have some gold glitter paste from Diamond Press that was on my table that I wanted to use. And so I am going to tape this down a little bit, put a little bit of tape behind my paper, holding my stencil in place. And then I'm going to put a little extra paper underneath since this is glitter paste. And I can kind of be a little messy with it. I'm going to put a little paper underneath there to catch any extra because I tend to go all over the place with it. And for easy cleanup, I'm going to have it where I can just throw that paper away. Okay, so I've got my glitter paste here. If you're not familiar with the Diamond Press glitter paste, it's great. I'll link those in the description. They have a ton of colors over on, I think it's hsn.com. is where they've got most of their glitter paste. They also have shimmer paste too, which I love, but their glitter paste particularly, it is so glittery and bold, especially this gold. Okay, so I am just going to take my time here. I've sped it up just a little bit, but I'm taking my time working this glitter onto my stencil, hoping not to press too hard to get it everywhere. If you push really hard, it will go everywhere and smush everywhere. So I'm just kind of taking my time here and trying to cover all of my areas. I am one who does not mind an imperfect stencil way it turns out. If it's imperfect when I finish stenciling, I don't mind that. Some people are very particular and they want it to look just perfect, and I get that. That just stuff doesn't bother me. I'm more of the organic kind. If it doesn't quite work out, that's okay. I can still use it for something. But this turned out pretty good. Not too many smudges on here. So I am going to drop that stencil in some water right away. You don't want that to set up. You want to rinse off your stencil or put it in water right away because it is a glue and it will dry on your stencil and be very hard to get off. You can still use it, but it is really not fun to clean it off. So I tend to drop mine right into water and get that area of my stencil cleaned off. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry. This is overnight, and you can see how shiny that is from drying. And now I am ready to work on putting a card together. I am using there's the scalloped square, I guess maybe it's a rectangle actually, looking at the shape, and then I've got a pink one. These are part of the set, and I'm going to go ahead and work on putting my card together some. I'm going to lay this white piece on top, and since it's the same die cut, it's just going to cover that edge. It's not too noticeable on this particular folded, but some of them, they look a little funny, and so I like to cover it up with the second piece of cardstock to give it a really seamless look. Okay, so now that is ready, and I can work on the rest of this. That Happy Valentine's Day stamp and the little die cut, that is a really old set. It is Stamps of Life. I'll have to look at the name. I think it's Banners, some kind of banner set. I don't think it's available anymore. I've had it forever. But it had that Valentine's Day sentiment, so I decided to turn this card into my first Valentine's Day card of the year. I cut the little arrow that's included in this set out of gold foil paper, and I'm just going to glue that down on the bottom, and I'm making sure that there's room for the Happy Valentine's Day sentiment in there. Okay, so cute. So I'm going to make sure that glues down really well. Because it's foil paper, it's you need to kind of make sure that it takes. All right, and then I've got these little hearts that I picked up. I picked these up at Joanns in store recently. They had a bunch of these little jars of kind of what I would call shaker pieces. These are kind of clay. There are some larger pearls in here that I'm not going to use for this application, but you could use these for shaker cards for sure. And I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do my hearts. If I want to do all red hearts, if I'm going to do pink hearts. So I'm not sure, so I'm just going to take a bunch of these out. But they come in these cute little glass jars. The price was great. They also had some St. Patrick's Day theme one. They had some little shamrocks, and they also had like little gold, like kind of little gold nuggets. Very, very tiny. So I'm going to work with those in the near future too. So stay tuned. But check out your local Joann store. They were at the front of the store when you check out is where I saw them at mine. Okay. All right. So I've got some glue on here. I'm just going to add, I decided to go with the 3 red hearts on this one. And I'm just using my little pokey tool here to get them in position. I'm going to let those dry. And then I wanted to add a little bit of red twine at the top. I know I have a lot going on with my gold and all, but I just thought that would be nice to tie off the top of my little board here, okay? And I'm just going to trim down my tails a bit and tie this off. Sorry, I'm a little bit out of camera here, and I'm just making a simple knot, and then I'll tie a little bow here, keeping it simple. But I did wrap the twine around a few times. I'm not sure where the twine is from. I'm sure it's from a big box store somewhere. That I've had forever. I like the width of it. It's got a nice thickness to it. It probably came from Michael's years ago. They usually always have twine and stuff, especially in the spring and at Valentine's Day. Okay, so I'm just kind of pulling my little loops down a little bit and getting them a little bit smaller, and then I can trim off the tail. There also are some heart dies. You can see those at the top of the screen that came in this set. I did not use those on this, but you could definitely use those for some Valentine or love themed cards. Okay, so this is starting to take shape here. I added foam off camera because it takes a while and you don't really want to see that. So I just put some little foam dots on the back of here because I am adhering this to paste. I wanted to make sure I get some good adhesion, so I'm going to press that down really well. And then I also am going to add some foam to my Happy Valentine's Day banner. So cute there. All right. And then I'm going to add a little bit more foam on the back of my little cafe board here. And I'm going to pop this up onto my card. And I have this cute Valentine's Day glitter paste. Lots of glitz on this one, which I love. You know, I love glitter, but I don't love loose glitter. I like it contained. So this is the way that I like to do it. Okay, I cut another of the smaller pieces for inside, and I used the sending greetings and hugs, and I cut that from red foil cardstock. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. I'll have some more with this little set. I thought this was a fun fold it. I think it is sold out, but if you got the class, you'll have that to look forward to, but I just had to share a little something with it today. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day. Happy crafting.